Amazon has launched Amazon Q, a generative AI chatbot integrated into AWS, which assists IT professionals, developers, and anyone using Amazon Web Services with repetitive and tedious tasks and coding. Let's take a look at this post on X by their CEO Andy Jassy. When we started AWS, we looked at the undesirable situation of developers spending 70% of their time on the undifferentiated muck of managing infrastructure versus only 30% on what differentiated their customer experiences, and aimed to flip that equation on its head. It's made a pretty big difference in innovation and developer productivity. Roughly 18 years later, we're trying to solve another 70-30-like misalignment for developers, where developers are telling us that they're spending roughly 70% of their time on repetitive and tedious tasks and code. Today, we're launching the general availability of Amazon Q, the world's most capable Gen AI-powered assistant for accelerating software development and leveraging companies' internal data, and that aims to remove much of the muck of repetitive and tedious coding and data tasks for developers and employees at large. That means that from now on, users on AWS will have an assistant who will help with annoying repetitive tasks. Also, it will generate code on demand, which I think is amazing. On the software development side, Q doesn't just generate code, it also tests code, debugs coding conflicts, and transforms code from one form to another. Today, developers can save months using Q to move from older versions of Java to newer, more secure and capable ones. In the near future, Q will help developers transform their .NET code as well. Q Agents does multi-step planning and reasoning to allow developers to string together multiple requests and have Q implement them. On the internal data side, most companies have voluminous troves of internally relevant data that resides in wikis, intranet pages, Salesforce, storage repositories like Amazon S3, and a bevy of other data stores and SaaS apps that are hard to access. It makes answering straightforward questions about company policies, products, business results, code, people, and many other topics hard and frustrating. Q makes this much simpler. You can point Q at all of your enterprise data repositories, and it'll search all this data, summarize logically, analyze trends, and engage in dialogue with customers about it. We also introduced today a powerful new capability called Q Apps, which lets employees describe, in natural language, what apps they want to build on top of this internal data, and Q Apps will quickly generate that app. This is going to make it so much easier for internal teams to build useful apps from their own data. Customers are gravitating to Q, and we already see companies like Brightcove, British Telecom, Datadog, GitLab, GoDaddy, National Australia Bank, NCS, NetSmart, Slalom, Smartsheet, Sun Life, Tata Consultancy Services, Toyota, and Wiz using Q, and we've only been in beta till today. There is also a demo video, let's watch it. This was announced with Amazon's earnings report last week. They reported great overall results, with emphasis on high growth with AWS. Additionally, they significantly reduced debt. As you can see, they removed their short-term debt from the equation. I am not invested in the company, but I am looking for a convenient opportunity to enter. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell button. See you next time.